The main content of this video is only 5 minutes long. The title of this video is also a little misleading. These two Canon cameras are not going to get into a street fight. Instead, most of this video is comparing shot by shot different modes of both cameras to see subtle differences in operation, quality of footage, or claims and functionality. The results surprised me. While these two entry-level camcorders share exact specs on paper, there is one physical difference out of the box. The R600 has threads on the outer bezel of its lens to accept filters or lenses. The R500 does not. My review of the R600 was shot in ideal lighting early morning. I had to deal with some harsh light, but for the most part the camera was in its ideal environment. The CMOS chips flooded with warm, beautiful yellow to orange light. My feelings are both cameras are going to shoot close to identical in ideal lighting. I opted this time to really test both cameras in terrible conditions. My goal was to test the image processing, white balancing, focus, and image results. I know the R600 has a more recent firmware as menu items, fast record, and slow-mo were added to the camcorder. But did Canon improve any image processing with the new release? To test, I built this ridiculous dual camera tripod plate. Stay tuned at the end of the video for more info on that. The idea was to keep the cameras as close together as possible, turn them on at the same time, giving them both the exact conditions to struggle through. Keep in mind these shots are in HD, and to put the image side by side I had to omit small parts of the image, left and right. Watch the entirety of this video to see all footage not split-screened. First up was to test low light conditions. The sun was starting to go down and it was time to walk mow. I took off my rugby sweater so you could clearly see me in a white undershirt. I put both cameras in low light mode. What I was looking for here was a comparison in image graininess, blurry and undefined lines, and general cloudiness in areas of motion on the screen. I feel in low light both cameras returned a comparable image. At this point, the cameras have been set into sunset mode. Both cameras were essentially just turned on and no focus point was selected on the touch display. I wanted the processing to take over and the cameras to adjust to find their ideal image. Here are the results. To me, it looks like the R600 has internally altered the image more than the R500. In the broadcast news business, I used to play with the chroma and luminance settings of our live shots to find the optimal view of fireworks, cityscapes, or morning sunrises. Basically, this is what the R600 is doing to greater value than the R500. Both look pretty good. I think the R600 looks better, but the R500 looks more true to life to what I saw with my own eyes. Night shooting. This is beyond low light. I fully expect to see blurry, grainy, and cloudy motion when shooting in full dark conditions like this. I felt it important to take the test to this extreme to see if either camera outperformed the other at this level. I actually like how well each of these cameras did at shooting in nearly no light. Both are unusable for what I do, but if you had to record something in an emergency, this is probably passable footage. There's no clear outperformer here. You can judge for yourself. I did pick a focal point on both of these cameras and did my very best to click the same spot on the touchscreen for both viewfinders. There are clearly better cameras on the market for night vision. This was just an experiment. Automatic mode. I turned on the cameras here, selected fully automatic mode, chose a focal point on the dog's eyes, and zoomed out. The results are pretty good on both cameras. The R500 appears to be having a slight problem with the wood grain on the railing, and also elects to take a couple of tries at autofocusing. Except for the discomfort of the subject, I would say that even with flat light, the color is good. The R600 looks a little better in quality. These results could be different with each test. I'm not going to lie, I find the zoom on both of these cameras to be flat out incredible. I do, however, get frustrated with trying to get and maintain focus when clear out at the end of the zoom. Image stabilization seems to have a harder time when zoomed in, as you would likely expect. I found the focus when zoomed all the way in on the R500 to be slightly better at finding focus than that of the R600. I do not know why my R500 seems to have a little bit of an easier time finding the focus. Both of them, though, to be honest, are not very good at finding the focus. on zoom shots. So I've got both of these cameras lined up and I'm trying to do the slow and fast motion. I'm noticing that here on the R600 we have the slow and fast motion, and over here on the R500 we're missing the slow and fast motion. It says zoom here instead of slow and fast motion. So making a quick clip of me painting this 8-inch rack assembly, I'm not able to do it with the R500 as I had planned, and instead am relying entirely on the R600. So we'll see how that looks. To build this dual camera tripod plate, I simply found an 1/8-inch piece of aluminum stock at my hardware store, and using a number 7, or I believe it's 7/32 drill bit, I drilled out 3 holes and tapped them out to 1/4-20 coarse thread. This allows me to use just standard screws to bolt the cameras into place on the tripod plate, and to firmly mount the tripod plate to the tripod. I'm now going to edit in each of the shots I took with the R600 and the R500 and put them back to back instead of split screen, so you can see them in their full screen sizes. Whoa, sit.
Momo. Mo. Hey. Momo. 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 No, 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 no. Sit down. Sit, 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 sit. Stay. Stay. Oh, thank you. That's a very good boy. Momo. Mo. Hey. Momo. 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 No, 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 no. Sit down. Sit, 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 sit. Stay. Stay. Oh, thank you. That's a very good boy.